Kia ora tamariki. Today we're going to be telling a story that comes from Ahuriri, Napier. Has anybody been to Hawke's Bay? So if you have been to Hawke's Bay, you might recognise this story because it is about the statue of a beautiful woman named Pania. So Pania, whose statue is in Hawke's Bay, is a mermaid. This mermaid story is all about love and betrayal and family whānau. So Pania the mermaid lives in Hawke's Bay still, and some say that you can see her in the rocks. There are also songs about her, and her story begins on a beautiful sunny day. Pania the mermaid was swimming in the reef when she began to wonder what it would be like to live her life on land. You see, there is a rule with mermaids that while they must spend their time under the sun in the water, when the moon is in the sky, they can visit the land. So that night, Pania thought it would be a good idea to go on a walk. She left her reef and went up the hill. But before long, she heard a noise and ran to hide in the flax bushes. As she hid, she heard a man humming to himself. He saw her in the bushes, and immediately the two fell in love. He said that his name was Kahitori and he was a chief. He took her by the hand and the two went back to his home. It wasn't before long that Pania and Kahitori fell in love, and they had a baby boy. They named him More More, the hairless one, for he was born completely without hair. And every night the three would live like a family, but every day Pania and More More would go back to the sea. Kahitori began to get jealous. He was afraid that the people of the sea would steal his son from him, so he went to seek counsel. The next day, while Pania and More More were swimming in the waves, Kahitori was on a mission of his own. Pania did not know that he was feeling this way, so she swam on peacefully. Kahitori was on his way to visit a tohunga, a wise priest. Kahitori said to the tohunga, "Tohunga, my wife and son are people of the sea, and I am worried that they will leave me forever. What can I do to get them to stay?" The tohunga comes out of his marae and says to Kahitori, "There is a simple fix. There is just one thing you must do. Place a morsel of cooked food in the mouths of each of them, and they will be yours forever." Kahitori thanked the tohunga and went on his way to begin to cook dinner. That night, as Pania and More More slept, Kahitori slipped a morsel of cooked food into each of their mouths. Pania awoke to the sound of the sea. The whole world faded away as she realized what had happened. She could hear the people of the sea calling to her, "Pania, Pania, return to us! Pania, return to us!" So she takes her son and she runs to the sea. Pania runs as fast as she can, and the very first thing she does when she reaches the water is throw her son More More into the waves. As he touches the water, More More comes back as a taniwha, a beautiful shark. More More was cursed to be a shark because of the cooked food that he had eaten, but he still stays there on the reef now, swimming around forever. But as Pania touches the water, instead of becoming a taniwha like her son, she feels herself turning to stone. Kahitori realizes what he has done. He betrayed his wife, the woman he loved, and in trying to keep her, he lost her forever. Kahitori felt guilt and regret, but knowing there was nothing he could do, he went home without his wife and without her son. Still today, if you look closely under the water, you can see the rock of Pania with her arms outstretched to protect her lover and her son.